Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 11 of the RSF1 season with F2. I'm Primus Gaming, and joined with me once again is Element Snow. How you doing?
Oh. How are you, man?
And you're eating, by the sounds of it. Hungry
My
already?
mouth is frozen.
He's eating ice cream. Right, so, Element's having a brain freeze. Hope you're all well and staying safe and finding a way to kill the boredom. It's been a very boring past week or two, being in isolation. I thought gaming would have been a really good way to kill time, but even then you can only really kill so much time with gaming.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really gonna say what I've been doing, but I've been very lazy. I've been waking up, yeah. So I've been going to sleep at like 8, 9, 10 in the morning, and I've been waking up at about 7. So it's not that good.
Jesus Christ.
Please don't do that at home, but it's not
Well,
good
people
for you.
can spend their free time however they want to. If they prefer to nap to kill the time, they can nap. I mean, I've been just watching films and trying to find a way to let time go by playing some games. But in a way, I was actually really looking forward to getting into either the league racing or the streaming more because it's entertaining and it really does kill the time when you're just stuck sitting around trying to figure out what to do.
It's 2 hours that goes by so quickly.
I'm pretty sure because it all depends on the release of F1 2020 because we had enough time within this year to slap in 2 seasons. This could, because obviously in F1, the contract, they've not signed anything to say that they're going to, well, they didn't do it, so it was announced last year that they weren't going to do a 2020 German Grand Prix. So depending on how, if they're going to release F1 2020 at normal time or whenever, this could be very well the final German Grand Prix. Because I said it last year, and it turns out, because I didn't realise we were doing a Season 2 on F1 2019 still, did another season, so this could very well be RSF1's, this week anyway, the final set of German Grand Prix, and then we might not see it ever again, at least until they sign another track deal. You got brain freeze again, haven't you?
Yeah, and I'm tearing up as well. It's such a nice track.
Also, keep an eye on the chat, because if anyone's watching who's engineering and has access to the chat, if you could get a weather report on what's going on, it'd be very handy for us to know. But here we are on board with a new guy in F2, WOR Peanut.
Peanuts, yeah.
And then actually we've got a couple
quickly,
guys as well.
Very quickly.
We've got Peanut and Slicks.
This is just typed on the chat. Take a guess.
Wet race.
No, get what person's just typed on the chat.
Oh, it's Vettel.
Can't have to say his name. Yeah, it was a hello people, good evening, Primus, good evening.
Good evening, mate.
Right.
I've got let's do an onboard with WR Peanut. He's the first car to actually be on the track. He's now actually about to start his flying lap, so I'll do the honours on giving us a onboard with the track names, the corner names as well. So I'll be spoiling you guys today. So here we are on board with WOR Peanut. He's either on his debut as a full-time driver or reserve, not too sure, but he's now rounding the last corner, which is the Sud curve. So he's now engaged to DRS. You've got to be very careful taking turn 1, which is the Nord curve. If you've got to take it in 7th gear, you've got to be very careful and brake a little bit or lift off, or down to 6th. So then we go into turns 2, 3 and 4, because this is actually 3 corners altogether. Now we're going down the DRS activation zone into the Parabolica. This is actually turn 5, pretty much one of the longest turns actually in Formula 1. Now we go into turn 6, the hairpin. You've got to be very careful not to catch the curb coming outside of the hairpin, because it could cause you some serious loss of traction and time. So be very careful taking that. Now through into turn 7 and now turn 8, which I think will be Element's favourite corner, Mercedes. through turn 8 into 9 through 10. Got to make sure you go there flat out, don't lift off because you could lose some serious time there. Now into Mobile 1, you want to go down there in 6th gear, but looks like Peanut didn't want to risk it too much going too hard and going into 5th gear. Now through Sachs we go. Now through turns 13 and 14, we're coming on to the Sud curve once more, where we saw many drivers like Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg have offs in 2019 German Grand Prix in real life, and that rounds off a 13 dead on the medium compound tyre around the Hockenheimring.
Sorry, it was the next one on the soft. He sets on 111.6, and then we have Josh in the Mac. Oh, he's invalidated. Oh, that's unfortunate.
It looks like we got another Williams that's actually crossing the line. And that's PWR Shadow, 111.8, and I know he's looking for redemption after what happened with him and a Red Bull in Britain. So he's definitely looking like he wants to make up for a bad day.
Right, next one's Brundle. Brundle put himself 3rd.
A 112.2. May I just ask everyone, if you are trying to get a hold of the commentators, please message the co-coms. Please don't message the main streaming account. I can't view it because I've got to make sure to uphold the stream. Brundle, P4, Peppermeat, P3, a 112.1. So, got some decent times now being put out.
Seal's back. Seal's back.
Yeah, it's a good welcome back to RSF1 Seal as well. He's been gone for a while.
Yeah, he broke his wheel, then he got a new one, didn't work, and so he's not. Oh, he's not funny.
So we got. Oh no, that's not Shane. It's someone else. I thought it was a Renault come through, and then we got the Mercedes. Oh, actually, that's a very good point. You need to be very careful going into the pits of Germany because you could accidentally catch the marble. No, not just a marble, the gravel trap, the grass, and that could seriously cause a huge issue, maybe even like crashing in the pits. And if you guys have seen the 2016 Brazilian Grand Prix rewind, obviously where you had the ability to, Marcus Ericsson, back when he raced for Sauber, oh, it looks like Andrew Alpha just lost the back end a little bit going into turn 1. Sauber and of Marcus Ericsson and Felipe Massa, which was supposed to be his final race in Brazil, both of them crashed and their cars ended up in the pit lane, and it closed the pit lanes because it was too dangerous of an entry, because just as you're coming up the hill, the pit lane would be just there and the car would literally come into view at the very last second. And I think, remember, Daniel Ricciardo actually got a penalty because he drove into the pits even though that they got told that the pit lane was closed.
That's something funny. Right, very quickly.
So let's go on.
Sorry to interrupt. Right, we have Bennis Ballin says, why I cannot stand daylight savings, it's always... Okay. Time evening. Hello, Junior.
Who was that, sorry?
Yeah. Bennis Ballin.
Bennis Ballin.
Yeah.
I think I recognise that name. Oh, Andrew Alpha, P4.
Oh,
what was Ben saying?
Junior, good evening. Tomo, good evening. Verstappen, Thomas Feely, good evening, yeah. Junior, sexy slow. Oh, thank you. Someone appreciates me. Oh my god, I'm in Toros. Ah, he's Rosso.
It sounds like Sebastian Vettel celebrating a pit, not a pit, a really good race result. You know, it's like
oh man.
Red light.
Oh, evening.
Red light.
Oh, God, a dog. Dion Marco. He's Dion Marco. That's who he is. Bennis Ballin. That's it. Right. Yeah. Good evening. Grandster Trophy.
Grandtastrophe. Oh, we're going to go on board of Mr. T while you're going through the
I just watched that as well.
It looks like he's on a very good lap. He cut turn 1 very finely and managed to maintain the speed. He's actually purpled the first sector, and we can definitely say for sure that this guy, you cannot take your eyes off of. Mr. T has proven that he is definitely a capable and quick driver. Racing for the Haas team, really nice line out of the hairpin. He slightly clips the curb coming out the hairpin, but he's still looking like he's good. Now into turn 7. Oh, he's caught the grass a little bit. That could cost him some serious time. Now into Mercedes he goes. Now through turns 9 and 10. You need to make sure you go flat out through here. If you lift off, you could lose some serious time, but he's still looking good. Mobile 1, he's actually purple at the second sector, even though he clipped that grass just a bit. Into Sachs.
Some space. He's got some pace.
He's got some really good pace and speed through into the final couple of corners, the Sud curve. And round, here we go into the straight, DRS activation zone.
No!
And Toby is in P2. And is Seal a Renault driver? Yeah, Seal is a Renault driver. So, Bresner instantly separates. I was about to say, he's not too far off of battling Seal, but then Tomic Bresner just splits Mr. T and Seal.
And the Merc boys. Hashtag Dirt Merc.
Actually, it's the home Grand Prix for the Mercedes team today, so they're definitely looking like they want to get some good points to, for the F2 division. Here we go, round the last couple of corners for Josh, Season 4.
Josh, Season 4. Come on. What can you say?
P9.
Nice.
9th place to Josh, Season 4. Ran a bit wide after finishing his lap, dodging a McLaren. That's Agreeable Racer, who's now coming out of the pit. Let's go on board with a driver that looks like he's about to start his next lap, which is Peppermeat.
Okay.
Actually, no, Schumacher's on a lap, is he?
Yeah, he's
yep, he is. We'll come back to Peppermeat in a sec.
Turn, whatever.
Yep, this is the Mercedes corner.
That's it.
Into turns 9 and 10. Still looking like he's got good control. He's actually purpled the second sector, but he's got to maintain the speed coming through Mobile 1, but not going too wide, catching that curb on the left there. Because if you go too wide going through it, you'll just invalidate and ruin all that hard work that you just put in. Got looks like yellow flags within the sector where the hairpin is. Now around corner. Oh, that's very, very wide. That almost. Oh, 111.4. A good lap from Schumacher, but that was a very, very scary last corner because if he went way too wide on those curves, that would have invalidated all that hard work in an instant.
Oh, Pepper's invalid.
So it looks like we got a McLaren now finally rounding the last corner. That's agreeable.
I just spun, like, you know how Verstappen did it? Verstappen, when he spun, he went over the curb and came back and then just carried on.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, that was a good save. So Peppermeat will be coming back around to begin his lap. I think that's Slicks, who's now actually rounding the last. Oh, he's invalidated. He's actually going to be re-beginning his flying lap. So Slicks is definitely looking for another run. We've actually got a Williams now on the move. I think that's Peanut. Yep, that's Peanut.
Have you got Peanut?
Oh, he invalidated in turn 1.
Oh. I'll tell you what,
He's not turned the ERS load down. Yeah, he's going for it, even though he's invalidated. Is he just going to see what he's going to do anyways? We'll come back to them. We'll see what he's doing. I think that's Jay Slee now. Jay Slee is now going across the line. P4. Very good lap from Jay Slee. Let's go to the other British team of Agreeable teammate, in McLaren. Oh! Almost lost the back end on the last corner and gets P8. So a good save from Agreeable.
Rapid sprays now.
I feel that costed him some serious time.
Across the line for the Ferrari.
Oh, P2!
Oh my
Rapid
God.
sprays.
Peppermeat. Oh,
impressive.
CTO Slicks. What can he say? Oh, that's a bit wide.
Oh,
he's run out of fuel.
P10 for the Red Bull. It's a very good lap actually, but for some reason, someone.
Peanut going to start his lap now. What's going on?
Peanut invalidated his lap, I think, and then
he's now turned everything down. Okay.
Well, he still went. Well, he's still 17th fastest on the grid at the moment. We're losing a few
He would have
drivers
got
this
pole.
session.
With what he just did, he would have got pole.
But it's a bit of a shame, though, because he cut turn 1 a lot. So that's probably why he had such a quick time. Because when it invalidated his time, he might have cut it so much to the point where it gave him so much time. And the game just wasn't having any of it.
Right, I was on the tell you quick.
Go for it.
So, Brundle said to me that if he, if he doesn't get through Q3 or Q2, to not invite me to the party because he hates it. So can we invite him to the party?
Why not? Schumacher, he's retired on pole. He's feeling happy with his Josh season 4 gets wide after going through turn 1 and invalidates. So it's not doing the Mercedes any favours. Rapid Sprays retires in 2nd place. He's happy where he is. And the same with Mr. T in 6th place. Seal in 3rd. Jace Lee has just taken... that's Iox who just took 5th place. 3rd fastest sector. So it's very, very good pace there from the Toro Rosso.
Shane's got to set a lap. And we haven't really talked about him today. Yeah.
No, Shane's actually on 5-lap old soft tyres. But... he's actually in danger of being eliminated from Q1. So Shane, he needs to get back out there on fresh... See, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. If you don't be careful in the pits, your race could be over when you're trying to get a fresh set of tyres. So very good save from Shane there. He needs to get some new tyres on and get himself back out there. Otherwise, he could be out of Q1, which won't do him any favours going into the race. Because I have to tell you, it doesn't matter if it's real life or RSF1. Turn 1 in Germany has been very lethal. Because remember 2014? Felipe Massa? Suddenly you've got a... overturned Williams. So thank God, obviously, if any incidents like that happen in RSF1, no one's hurt. But if it was real Formula 1, real life, everyone would be clutching onto the seats, just praying that the drivers are not harmed.
Exactly.
WR Peanut, good recovery after nearly being knocked out of Q1. He puts himself 8th fastest, so I think that might have just saved Peanut from being knocked out. But then man with a catch, Racing Jason slaps himself up to P2, separating Schumacher and Rapid Sprays. The race actually, man with a catch won in Britain, didn't he?
No, because he had a penalty, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. He provisionally won, but then the penalty, yeah, I remember. I think it was Bresner who won, but he didn't have a mind.
There's so many people in the chat right now.
Let's do an onboard. Oh, no, Peppermeat's invalidated.
Martin
Josh season 4 going back for another lap.
Martin Pajo. He's in a lap.
Oh, let's go on board with Josh. Puts himself P14. He wasn't P16. He just put in a lap. And it looks like that is all Josh has got time left for. If he tries to go back into the pits now and put on a fresh set of tyres, he will not make it to the end of Q1. Brundle, however, has retired in P15. Peppermeat has actually invalidated his lap. He needs to get back around the track as quick as he can, or Peppermeat is out. Shane is on an out lap. Martin Page in the Haas is actually on a flying lap. JC retiring in P7. I think that's Shane actually that's about to begin his flying lap. So we'll come back to Shane in just a brief moment. But Peppermeat, we'll come back to it. The bottom 3 are definitely the people to look out for. Oh, is that Shane?
Ooh, what a save!
He's going for
He
gusto.
went through turn 1, yeah, he went so wide, and you know the curve that goes like inward, mate, he grabbed that, yeah. He clipped that.
Martin Page out of Q1 by the looks of it. He only just managed to go faster than his previous time and up to 17th place, but it's not enough. He don't think he has the time, the battery, or the fuel to do another lap. So I think that might be Martin done.
Might be, exactly. Let me quickly check. Did he retire in the pits or?
Peppermeat, he did make it in time to begin his final flying lap. Sorry to cut in their element. And he didn't cut the corner or go too wide into turn 1. So this could be looking good for Peppermeat. But we'll come back to it in a minute because Shane is now finally approaching South Curve. This is where Sebastian Vettel crashed in Germany in his home Grand Prix. Oh, is he?
Yeah. Because he validated, no, he did validate it. He literally, right,
He acts
he went through
made a
turn
mistake.
one, and then when he came out of it, he went so wide that he nearly lost it. Can he do it this time? He
Oh,
can. Here we go.
beautifully cut.
Woohoo!
Beautifully cut by Shane there. That was nice.
And
so
what
that
about
is the
threes
end
over?
of Q1. Qualifying 1, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's not Q3 yet. We still got 18 cars.
I didn't realise.
So we'll go on board with Peppermeat because everyone else is safe, even CCRL Slicks in his debut in RSF1. So, oh, Peppermeat going through wide, but out Mobile 1. Sachs into the Sachs curve. Oh, Sachs anyway. Luckily, he's still valid. Now around the last couple of corners. Sud curve. Oh, Peppermeat, Peppermeat. Oh, he's still going. No, Peppermeat. Peppermeat. He didn't go faster. And that is him out of Q1. All eyes are on Shane now. He's the final car to set a time after such a tremendous cut into turn 1 to really set him up for a quick lap. Can Shane do it?
Here we go then.
Sud curve.
Oh, gets a bit too much curve, but I like it.
Oh, he's still fine.
Oh,
And Shane makes it through.
Brundle's
Shane
out.
is safe.
Brundle is out.
12th fastest. Brundle is out of Q1 just when Pepper seemed to be the breath of hope for him of making it through into Q2. Shane instantly sets Brundle into disappointment. So cars out of the session is RSF1 Brundle in 16th, Peppermeat 17th, Martin Page 18th. And
look at the top
Element,
two,
I'll let you go over the
time,
top
please.
3.
Look at the top.
Oh my God! We really got a Schumacher and Villeneuve situation here again. A 1:11.494.
Gap.
Oh my God! Rapids Race is only 72 thousandths of a second behind the pair. Gosh.
Should we get Brundle?
Yeah, as much as he doesn't want to be, we'll have to get him in because. Again, I think from Brundle, it was a little bit of it was too early to retire. He has a habit of accidentally retiring too early.
Retiring a bit too early, and then it just comes on bites them in the butt cheeks. Anyway, on the track quickly, we have. Oh, it's just Junior. Oh wait, right.
Weather report yet?
Julia. Here we go. It's all quite close. And then Julia, Cash should be saying, fine, let's go Pepper. Uh-oh, he's through. I like Pepper. There we go. That's Julia for you.
Right, so, first car onto the track. It looks like it could be... Yep, Shane is the first car out on Q2. Right, so we haven't had a weather report as of yet.
No.
So, I don't know what's going on. With weather, because Shane could be making the good call here with going on to the mediums, but again, we can't know for sure. Because could we be seeing a dry start? Wet end of the race, maybe? We have no idea. Right now, only one car is attempting to go on the hard, and that's Rapids Race.
Yeah. Again, you don't really want to be starting on a hard drive here. It's not the best choice. I'm going to be honest with you. I think there's going to be quite a few safety cars because that turn one's going to catch people out. That's what I'm thinking.
You just cursed it now. That's commentator's curse.
I don't mind. I love it when there's safety cars.
Let's do an onboard with Shane around Germany, and it'll be your turn this time.
Oh, no. I'm
Go on.
Okay, then here comes Shane across the line, starting his lap into turn 1.
Invalid!
Has he?
Well, let's go on board with Josh then. Josh is the second car to begin his flying lap.
Here we go then. Josh in the Merc, #JackMerc. Let's go into turn 2 he goes. He gets a good exit into turn 3 and 4, I think this is. He's going to open the arrows. He's kept it on a hot lap, ran down the straight. I don't know if that's the best option, but he's going with it. Into turn 5, he must go. Now, down to first gear. Now, he wants to be getting back up the gears really, really quickly. That's exactly what he does. Into turn 6, and then into the Mercedes stadium section corner, whatever. And now he's going into his. Oh my god, he's so close to validating every time. But now into. I've lost it. Yep, into the left-hander, into the third sector. Now, right here, you need to be careful because you can. Oh my god, Shane! Shane was. Okay, and into the last corner he goes. What could he set? He set a 1:13.0.
That's a good time on the mediums. And Shane lost it on Sachs. That was a very, very good save. If you catch that curb too much on the inside, that will send you off. So very good time for the Mercedes on the medium tyres. So let's see the baseline. Oh! Shane's lost it again! Shane lost it after turn 1. He's out of the session. Shane is out in Q2. So we haven't got Brundle coming in. Shall we get Martin? Martin Patch. Because he was the car that went out in Q2. Right, so... No, Q1, sorry. Let's stay on board with some more drivers. We've actually got Iox in the Toro Rosso who actually invalidated his first lap and is now beginning his second flying lap. So we'll have to wait and see what this man can do. But Shane, unlucky for him. If none of them will join, we'll be able to get Shane in, actually.
Yeah, and get over and done with, can't we?
Oh, Iox, he's gone fastest in the first sector, so the Toro Rosso is looking very dominant at the moment. Peanut goes fastest with a... I can't even see because of the 112.2. So very good time there from Peanut, but he will be starting on the soft compound tyre. Oh, Josh has actually slowed down a little bit in the last sector. Actually, yeah, I think he let the Williams go by.
He just wanted to let Peanut go through.
So stay on board with Iox because he is definitely looking prominent. However, he didn't go fastest in the second sector, so he lost some time somewhere. But finally, round Sachs, he goes, keeping that Toro Rosso nice and tight on the line. That's actually very tidy. Now, second to last corner. Now the Sud curve. On the power into the DRS zone. And second fastest goes Iox with a 112.5. It's actually 3/10 off the soft runner, Peanut. He went fastest in the third sector, though. It's a very, very good time. Oh, it looks like we've got Schumacher, actually, is on with a lap. Actually, Rapid Sprays, is he on one? No, Rapid Sprays is slowing down. Schumacher's actually about to begin a lap. Who's on one at the moment?
Andrew Alpha.
Got a Red Bull. All right, let's carry on from Andrew Alpha, then. So he is going through turn 7 into Mercedes. He goes. Got to go flat out through turn 9 and 10. Still looking kind of good. Not fastest second sector though into Mobile 1.
He broke a little bit too much.
Nicely. Then to Sachs. He did actually, yeah. He lost. It looks like he lost himself some serious time there. Second to last corner. Oh, he actually threw it into the point where the back end of the car kicked out. But it looks like that back end going off actually gave him some more momentum and speed. P5.
112.9. Not bad.
I think we got Tomic Bresner. He's now beginning his flying lap.
Should we just get Shane in now? And then
let's get Shane
at the end.
Well, yeah, we'll get Shane in, so we'll have a couple of people knocked out in Q2. So we'll get Shane in. Right now, no one's going faster than him, so Shane might start up at the top or in P15. It depends on where people go. Jace Lee is now beginning his lap. I think that's Schumacher. Yep, fastest second sector from Schumacher. Now into Sachs he goes. Very, very good. Schumacher repping the F1 legend. We'll have to go on board with Schumacher for a moment because he's now running the final corner into the activation zone. Schumacher, third fastest. Oh, Tomic Bresner! Very, very nasty spin. That's actually where Sergio Perez crashed in the 2019 German Grand Prix. Remember, in the rain, he lost it and he smashed into the wall just to the side there. That's actually where the Marshals was at. So he merely clipped it, and the car just went, it fell apart.
Yeah, exactly. Right, what's going on that? Man with the
Got Jay Sleet now.
Jay Sleet, yeah, here we go then. What can he do? What can he do?
McLaren he goes. Round the last corner. Can Jay Sleet get himself a good position for Q2? P5. A very, very good lap. Oh, we actually got
finally,
Shane into the party. Shane, welcome to the party. Please tick the box to include your audio, mate.
I have to make Jimmy.
Right.
Roger that. Roger that.
Right.
While Shane
the
quickly
cash is
sorts
finally
out,
going to start his map. By the way,
well, Shane quickly sorts out some family issues. What, do you want me to go on board with Maverick Cash?
yeah, he's on a lap round. He's currently just started a lap.
Roger that. While we give Shane a moment to quickly sort out something with family, going in through the exit of turn 4 onto turn 5. Oh, I'll come back onto Seal in a minute because it looks like Maverick Cash has gone fastest in the first sector. Through the parabolica he goes into the hairpin. Oh, it looks like he outbroke himself a little bit into the hairpin, but he's going to keep it going. On the power.
I can't believe he didn't break his wing there as much as he did.
Into Mercedes, Maverick Cash goes. Now get onto the power. Full speed through turns 9 and 10. Is he going to drop it down to 6th, or is he going to take it in 7th? Yep. Oh, he's actually taking it in 5th gear. I think that might have been a miss gear, or he was actually taking it in 5th. Onto Sachs. I love the camera angles in F1 2019 in the game. It's one thing that never gets old, because we've got a nice drone shot now of him going through the final couple of corners. Maverick Cash. He got a podium last week in Britain. Can he set himself up into the top again? P2, even without breaking himself in the hairpin, Maverick Cash is still 2nd fastest.
Nice.
Shane, when you're ready, mate, please let us know, and we'll begin the interview. Considering Shane's the only one who answered, he's got the time.
Right, well, we wait for Shane on the chat. Junior's like, nice. Tow it. Hashtag tow it. I think Junior's loving this too much. But Maverick Cash was doing some exceptional work last week. He stayed out on the hards. He had the tough call staying out, and he actually worked out for him. And this week, he looks like he's got some good pace. So it's looking pretty good for him. Yeah. Now,
we have to go on board with Tomek Bresner, who's now actually going through Sachs curve. After that spin, he didn't invalidate actually in his previous lap where he span. He got a 29.5, but obviously he knows he can go faster than that because that was his time after spinning out and losing too much time. Tomek Bresner sets himself 3rd fastest, a very, very good comeback, but only little issue is his tyres are 3 laps old. That is going to really, really harm his start. Same with the man with the cash. The pair of them have worn their mediums too much.
Peanut is a 3-lap-old soft.
Exactly. Peanut has to go faster on a new set of softs, otherwise he could be looking at a very, very bad start for the race.
Oh man, right. A good
racer, he only went 12th fastest.
Yeah, that's fine. What left?
I think 4 minutes on the lap. Or was that Peanut? No, Peanut's invalidated, but he's into the pits. He goes. Maverick Cash is retired in P2.
He's quite happy with what he's done.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't be happy. That's a relatively decent time.
Tomo's got on the chat saying, "Come on, Alpha, let's do this." Julian's saying, "Very safe." For God's sake.
Well, it looks like the only car on track at the moment that's actually on a lap is it's actually about to start their lap. Is Agreeable on one? No, Agreeable's on an in lap. He's running out of fuel. So now it's Rapid Sprays. So I know we've got a fair mix of Racing Point fans and Alfa Romeo, but if we've got any Ferrari fans, the Tifosi, they'll be cheering on Rapid Sprays going through into the final sector. So hopefully he will not do what Sebastian Vettel did in the wet conditions of 2018 and lose the car into the wall and stuck in the gravel trap, because that would be a very, very bad way to have a Ferrari in the wall again. Because I mean, that happened to Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, exactly. Very quickly, comments on the chat. Matthew says, what happened to Shane? Well, that's what we want to find out very quickly. You'll be bored
I think he's just sorting out something with his family, so we have to give it a moment. Sadly, Rapid Sprays invalidated his time. Mr. T, he did the same! Jesus.
Well, you
Let's
just
have a look
scared
at
me when you
Silks.
said that.
Silks is going on his lap now. Is he going to do the same as Rapid Sprays and Mr. T? Will find the car into turn 1. He does! He does it again! No one can get across turn 1 without catching that corner. That's a real pain. The only person, however, who's not done the same is Seal.
Wait, is it called Silk or is it called Slicks? I thought it was called Slicks.
It's Slicks.
Oh, okay, because you said
Yeah,
Silk.
No, it's Slicks.
Okay,
I might have said Silk by accident.
Right.
Oh! A bit of oversteer from Seal coming out of the hairpin. So that's lost him some serious momentum and time. But he's still going for it. Rapid Sprays is now beginning his flying lap once again. And we've got the Williams of Peanut beginning his lap because he needs to get on fresher tyres for the start. Seal is struggling for sure. Oh, definitely looking very scary for Seal. I think he's running no traction by the looks of it, or his setup is very oversteer heavy. So round the last corner we go with RSF1 Seal. Can he set himself out of last place? He goes sixth fastest. RSF1 Seal goes third fastest in the final sector. Well, no, third sector fastest. Sorry. He's got a Red Bull who's now beginning their lap behind him. That's Slicks on it once again. Andrew Alpha is actually about to begin his flying lap. Rapid Sprays is on it. He's the next car that's actually about to finish his flying lap. Second sector. That's the fastest second sector. He's doing very, very good. Rapid Sprays after making the mistake into turn 1 with Mr. T and Slicks. So can Rapid Sprays make up for that mistake? And can he get himself up there on the table? Ferrari, round the last corner. Can Rapid Sprays set himself out into the third sector? Oh. Yes, he can! Second fastest. Rapid Sprays makes it to Q3. A very good day for Ferrari. Peanut improves with 1:11.9. That means fresher softs for the start. He won't be starting on 3-lap old softs. So I think Peanut might have heard us and he responded. P6 to Mr. T. Shane will be starting last, which will be a bit of a shame for the German Grand Prix. He got a podium here last year. Oh, Shane's ready. Just before we get to starting with Shane, can Slicks get out of this predicament? No, he can't. Slicks is out of Q2.
Teammate, can he do it?
Andrew Alpha, yeah, but we'll actually interview Shane in a moment because, you know, he's one of the Q2 drivers. We've got all of Q2 and Q3 to interview Shane. Yep. Before we begin with Shane, though, round the second to last corner into the Sud curve, can Andrew Alpha get Red Bull into Q3? We find out in the DRS activation zone. Oh! P10, he just gets there by the skin of his teeth. Oh. Good rescue there by Andrew Alpha. And Shane, welcome to the virtual comms box, mate. Element, I'll actually let you have the honours of interviewing Shane for the virtual com.
Cheers, bud. Thank you, Shane. How are you?
Pissed.
Okay, that's like to hear. So you did have some good pace, didn't you? To our Q1. And then Q2, you went out first, you decided to do a lap, and all I saw was a mini map with sideways. What happened? Did you just use a car? Or?
The first lap I invalidated at turn 1, back end gave way. The second lap that I did, at the end of the first lap, I ran over the grass, got dirty tyres. I knew from the last corner that the car wasn't going to be the steadiest into turn 1. I shouldn't have kept my foot in. I should have done another slow lap, but I didn't. Put my foot down, and obviously the tyres gave way. Overcorrected and into the wall once.
That's unfortunate because you looked like you had some great pace there. Do you feel confident for the race then? Do you think you can get a good result if nothing happens to you today?
I'm going to need a safety car at some stage to help me out, but I'm definitely on the pace of some of the top guys. Man with the Cat and Tony Brazini, I know are really quick round here, but after that I definitely feel like I can compete with everyone else, so a couple of safety cars, who knows, top 7, top 6 hopefully.
That'd be good, mate. And do you know what the weather's going to be for the race?
Dry, overcast.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's all I wanted to know. Primus, do you have any questions for Mr. Shane?
You've got your teammate back. It's been a long time since you two have been united. It's you and Seal, both racing again for Renault. How does it feel having Seal back?
Yeah, it's been about 4 races now where he hasn't been there, and I've been obviously racing by myself with wheel broken in it. So it's kind of difficult to pick up any decent points. It's been difficult throughout a few tiers. There's been a few tiers where Renaults have been by themselves, so it's good getting back. Hopefully we can start seeing 2 Renaults on each grid and start working his way back towards the front of the constructors. Fingers crossed.
Prediction on the top 3?
Man with the cash, Brazina. And Mr. T.
Oh,
that's actually mostly different from what I was going to say.
Same.
I do agree with you. Tomic Bresner. I'd say Bresner and Mamadakash definitely good contenders for the top spot. But I'm going to have to say Mamadakash maybe P1 because he's actually had some really great colleague times. Mamadakash first, Bresner second. I was actually going to have to say Rapid Sprays for third because he has definitely been pretty quick today.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. If you're an outsider for them top 3 as Peanuts, W1 Peanuts.
Yeah, it's his debut, isn't it?
He's a good racer, Peanut. I've known Peanut for a while through W1. He's a good racer, good guy. So.
That's good to know.
Oh, you hear it now, everyone. Peanut is got an accommodation from Shane, and Shane's highly regarded in the league, so it's good to hear we've got some really good people coming in. And best of luck to Peanut as well in his debut. Is he reserved today, or is he full-time?
I'm not sure. I think he's just been given a seat. I think this is a seat to Williams.
Okay.
Ooh,
Right,
so best of luck to him. So Shane, as much as it is a bit of a sour taste in your mouth at the moment with that P15 start, I know you'll be wanting that safety car, but I have a feeling that you'll find your feet out in the race, and I'm pretty sure you make up those positions. So best of luck, mate, and hopefully we'll speak to you at the end. Because remember last year you had a bit of a poor start as well, and you got your first podium in RSF1.
Yeah, me and Bruno got very lucky with the safety car towards the end. Schumacher was one of the ones that lost out from it.
Yeah.
I remember. Well, best of luck for the race today, mate, and hopefully we'll speak to you near the end.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'll catch you in a bit. Good luck.
Good luck, mate.
Ciao, ciao.
So, it looks like Mr. T is actually the first on the lap, am I correct?
Yeah. It is the first one.
Pardon me.
Right,
Mobile one, he goes,
Junior,
I like
Junior
his
says
helmet
this, the top 3 cash, Shumi and Sprays. That's what he thinks.
Ooh. I actually, yeah, no, that's actually pretty good, prediction, because Schumacher is definitely, Mr. T! A little bit wide going around the last corner. He managed to save it, though. Mr. T, he sets a 1:11.7, even with that mistake, a really good time.
Exactly.
But very good save there by Mr. T.
And then Seal.
Oh, it looks like he invalidated somewhere.
Validated. Seal across the line.
Oh, Seal!
God.
An 11.4. Very,
Nice.
very good. Shadow,
Beautiful.
next across the... No, that's not Shadow, that's
Peanut.
Peanut. Rapid Sprays, a 1:11.5. A very good
Here
time
comes
from
man with the
Ferrari.
cash. Oh no, he's starting. Wait, what was he? Is he starting?
Oh, man with a cash, invalidated. And it's the same with Tomic Bresner. He got the bad end, or both of them got invalidated, but Andrew Alpha, the only Red Bull to just narrowly survive the elimination zone in Q2, is now battling with these guys in the top 10 for a good starting position. Can Andrew Alpha put himself up there? Red Bull crosses the last corner. Can they get a good position?
Nice.
Oh, P3. A very, very good lap.
Now
Do you remember
this
that
PWR Shadow across the line, sixth. Now
Ooh,
we have
on
Junior,
11.7.
he's not on a lap.
just a little bit faster. A little bit faster than Schumacher. Now let's look at Iox, because he's now rounding the second to last corner into the sud curve. Can he get himself the momentum and the speed to set himself a really good lap into the DRS zone? And Iox goes 7th fastest.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he'll be coming back around. Oh, Toby?
Maybe. Tomo says on the chat, first Shumi, second Man with the Cash, and third Rapid Phase as well.
Oh, very, very good. I actually am really liking the predictions by these guys today, because I have a feeling it will come true. Man with a Cash, the last person who is to set a lap at the current moment, unless Tomic Bresman's not invalidated behind him. Man with a Cash, fastest! A 1:11. Is that a 3? Yeah, 1:11.3. Very good lap there from Man with a Cash.
Here comes Rosina. Across the line.
Oh, only 5th fastest. Bresnan
Schumacher's
must
on a
have
lap.
made a mistake somewhere, but a 1:11.6 is still a very good lap.
Schumacher's on a lap as well.
Both the Alfa Romeo are definitely on the charge, and we've got a fair amount of Alfa fans in the chat. So can Alfa Romeo get themselves into a good starting position for the race? Schumacher round the final corner in the DRS. 7th fastest. Oh dear. Alfa Romeo,
Junior says,
if they're hoping for a good start, if they're looking for a good start, they need to get that more time. But with Germany, it's all about turn 1. If you can get an amazing run into turn 1, you are set for that lap. Unless you invalidate in places like the hairpin, or you go too wide at Mobile 1. The Parabolica is highly, highly doubtful you will, because it's like very, very hard. It's the straight. I mean, it's like a curve.
Don't jinx it.
I highly doubt anyone will be able to invalidate it on the Parabolica. It's a straight, well, it's a curve, but they call it a corner for some reason. But there you go, into the pits, go to Man with Cash. Do keep in mind, everyone, very, very easy to make a mistake in the pits and hit the wall. This is the only track where it's like, and actually no, China's got a gravel trap as well.
I think they got rid of it though.
No, it's still there. It's still definitely there. I mean, Lewis Hamilton got caught in it.
Toby's on a lap.
Yep, Mr. T, he is on for another push for another lap, going through turns 2, 3, and 4. He's got to make up for the time that he did a 1:11.7, but I'm pretty sure he could go faster through the Parabolica. Can Mr. T keep the pressure going? He didn't go fastest in the first sector. I think he might have not gotten a better run through turn 1 into the hairpin. That's actually quite nice and tight in the hairpin. Don't catch the curve because it can lose you some good time. And 7. He keeps catching the grass. Is that purposely?
I would do that as well, yeah, but I wouldn't risk having all 4 wheels on the track there. I would put 2.
Because that will soil the tyres and also nearly invalidate the lap. It looks like he couldn't even get the full momentum going through into the Mobile 1 cut. I think that's due to the cut that he took on turn 7. Obviously, not enough grip on the tyres. Oh, a little bit wide! Around the second to last corner, Mr. T. I know for a fact that sometimes he likes to underfuel the car. And Mr. T, unfortunately, just doesn't have the fuel to get it going. Luckily, he has got enough time to try one more go. However, RSF1 Seal, after being gone for a while, can Seal beat the Man with the Cash and put Renault at the top of the table like Shane is hoping for to score Renault some valuable points. DRS active. Seal, he does go fastest in the third sector and beats his time, but it's just a little shy from the Man with the Cash. But that is a 1:11.387, while the Man with the Cash did a 1:11.340. So a very, very good time from Seal.
He's going to be close to now. Junior says 2 on the curb, but not on the grass.
And that is probably the limits that they can take. But the only issue is your 2 tyres on the grass is really going to affect the grip on that side. And as we can see, that's the right side. The 2 right tyres, that is where it's really going to affect wheels. And when you're chucking the car into corners like Mobile 1, you need that grip.
The thing is, I normally put the tyres on the grass. And I don't really see the difference, but that's just me personally. I mean,
it's a gamble because, again, catching the grass can completely take the car off guard. Like, just like most games, including Formula 1, one little bit of grass and then suddenly your car becomes a lawnmower and then just gets sucked onto the grass.
Yeah, exactly. Especially
you become the world's most expensive lawnmower.
So he says that especially going to the Mercedes turn, it's horrible after you cut the grass.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's where you could lose some serious speed, grip and momentum.
Tomo says, guys, streamers jumping about on my screen. From what I can see, mine is fine. on my
I think that might be Tomo's end. Sadly, Ioaks hasn't validated. After gearing himself up for a good lap, he just got a little bit too wide off of turn 1.
Man with cash
and
back to size lap.
Oh, yeah. Man with cash. The current pole sitter in Q3. Can he actually extend his fastest time to secure himself P1 for the start of the race? We have to give a real commendation to the man with cash. He has had very, very good quali pace. In most of the races that he's done, he's set like mostly top 3s.
He's doing well, isn't he, this season? Especially sat on the wheel. Last season was in the pad, and now he's on the wheel, and he's going to be quicker. And guys, can you quickly just let me know on the chat if the stream is fine for you guys, or if it's jumping, please? So we can sort it out.
I think if it was jumpy, we might have seen more comments about the stream quality. If that's so, hopefully it will recover. But if you're not struggling, Element, and no one else has mentioned it, then I'm pretty sure it might just be the connection. Yeah, I think that might just be Tomo's connection, because I don't think there's any problems at the moment. Man with a cash. Around the final sector he goes. Second to last corner. Oh, a nice wide entry. That's actually a nice tidy entry into the last couple of corners. Man with a cash. Can he beat his previous time?
Oh!
He can! A 1:11 dead! I have a feeling that won't be beaten. That's a quick time. He almost got into the 10s. Superb.
Quicker than me. He's quicker than me.
He's quicker than you. Tomek Bresner invalidated the lap, but he will be able to go for one more lap. So it's very good that Bresner has that time, but here's where it counts. Alfa Romeo, if they want to stay competitive, because they are doing very good in the championship at the moment, they need it. Oh, Bresner! Bresner crashed after catching too much of the curb into turn 1. That is him out.
He's gonna live a life out of me. For God's sake.
Alfa Romeo. It all lies on Schumacher.
Schumi. He's his teammate there. Oh no. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna be heartbreaking.
Schumacher
Rapid praise
to make up
Rapid praise.
the serious loss.
Yeah. Rapid praise are coming across the final turn now. What can he do?
Did Ioaks invalidate again?
Still huh? What?
Oh, P2! A 1:11.1! That's a good time! If it wasn't for the man with the cash, it's an amazing lap.
Oh, he's about to size that. Peanut on his lap.
No, Shadow missed out. Shadow missed out.
Oh, that's gonna hurt for Shadow. But anyway, Peanut!
Oh, P3 from Peanut!
Seal is not on his lap yet. He's not on it. Toby's on his lap, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Who else has come through? Who's the next one's come through?
Schumacher! Schumacher's gone! We lost both the Alfa Romeo! That's commentator's curse if I've ever seen it. Seal P4. So Toby lost... No, Tomek Bresner lost it in turn 1. Schumacher lost it after Mobil 1. Toby's gone as well! I accidentally mentioned Toby and he's gone. But he didn't crash. Oh my god, an Ioaks! What is going on? What the hell is happening? I literally just like, right, Ioaks is on a lap, and I just see this, like, Ioaks just slide into the camera screen like, hey guys, you thought I was on a lap? Think again. Luckily though, he didn't crash, but that has ruined his lap, and he's out. Well, not out, but P10 for the start. We have to say, the top 3 was 2 people that I thought would get there, but Peanut! Shane wasn't wrong when he said Peanut was a good driver, and the respect and the compliment I was given from Shane about WR Peanut, his debut, P3 for the start, so congratulations to WR Peanut.
So if he can get past sprays and cash, he can just, for the first 3
Actually, I forgot about that. Peanut is in the top 3, he's in the top 2 rows.
The stuff around here is not very good. But, so...
We just need a really aggressive start. But if there is a safety car, that could do Peanut some favours. There's people like Shane, both the Alphas and Peanut that could benefit from a safety car. But it all depends on how everything goes. Oh, and Brundle, yeah. I forgot Brundle was down the bottom of the grid. P16.
Wow.
So,
Alex
Rapid
says,
Sprays
"Oops."
making up for Ferrari, P2.
Alex has put, oops.
I have to say, that was very entertaining. However, everyone was in the 11s. The fastest time was a 1:11 dead, and the slowest time was a 1:11.8. Very fast times, but everyone was really acing it with their laps. Ioaks got P10, Shadow P9 to Bitsy P8, and through double DNF from Schumacher and Bresner set Schumacher 7th, Bresner 6th, so they couldn't go fastest. Andrew Alpha 5th in the Red Bull, very good comeback for Red Bull today. Seal 4th in his return, so well done to Seal. Peanut 3rd, well done in his debut. Rapid Spray 2nd, very, very nice lap indeed. But the man with the cash goes fastest for the and sits on pole for the start.
Oh my god, you should see Junior.
He is the man with the cash. He might have slipped a few quid under the table, you know, just like, oh, that's all right, I want to go fastest, cheers.
Lauda says Forza Kebab. That's something we can all
Forza
get behind.
Kebab.
Unless they...
I know who Lauder is. That's 4.
Yeah, that's 4. The magnificent 4.
Cheeky 4. Right, so anyone who's new to RSF1 or F1 games in general, we are now in the transition period. I go over this every week, just in case any of you are new and you don't know what's going on and wondering why you're waiting. This is the transition period, so this will be the moment between the end of qualifying and before the formation lap. So the drivers are now lined up on the grid. The teams are working with the cars. They'll go over their setups because you can slightly alter it only a tiny bit due to Parc Ferme. Your fuel loads, your tyre strategies, and also if teammates are coordinating with each other, they will be going over team strategy. But anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with Element Snow for just a brief moment. I'm going to go to the toilet before the start of the race. Element, please have a little chat with the crowd. And also, if they happen to ready up while I'm at the toilet, you guys already know what is coming up. It's that time of the week again. You got to give it to Element, who will be giving us his famous formation lap, which sounds like I'm lined up in the post office because of social distancing.
Right.
But yeah, I'll leave you guys with Element. I'm going to quickly go to the loo.
Oh my god. Right. What's the tire strategy? You wouldn't be doing medium to hard around here. You do want to really be touching the softs. If you do go onto the softs, you gotta wait for a safety car because you can only do about 4 or 5 laps on the softs and then they're done. So there's not really any point, but it's up to you. What do you guys think the race is going to be like? Do you think it's going to... Who do you think is going to... so hard. Who do you think is going to win this race today? And it looks very close between every single person. Do you think it's going to be the man with the cash? Do you think it could be Rapid Sprays? Do you think it could be... who got third? Peanut? So should I really put full next week? I want to say pit for the wets because it's funny, but I know there's gonna be people that are not gonna be fun of it, so I'm gonna say no. But if you do it, I never give you a deal or anything. So don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me.
Oh, what's going on? Someone's being pinned some blame.
Marco say, what tyre strategy side should I put? And Julie says soft hard. And then Marco says, should I put wets for max grip? And I said that some people are not going to be a fan of that if you do it, so don't blame it on me. And then Julie just said, great idea.
We've got to be very careful.
I've been awake for an hour now. Yeah.
You've been awake for an hour?
Yeah, I'm so happy. Alex means so hard, yeah. The thing is, right, if it rains around here, yeah, you gotta literally go down to like 5th or 4th around the first corner. If it's like full wet, it's horrible. It's
because I think everyone's going to try and be careful going into turn 1, especially for the fact is it's like one of the tightest first corners going in. It's one of the tightest. So, if you go wide or you go too much onto the inside, warning because you've cut the corner or you exceeded track. Actually, no, if you've done a blatant corner cut, like a real heavy corner cut, the game won't even give you a warning. It'll just be like, right, you're just taking the mick now. That's an
Just
instant
take it on the
penalty.
chin. Just take it on the chin. That's you done.
I
Right.
was a little bit sad, by the way, when I watched, the F1 rewinds. Oh, we lost Shadow.
I'll get him back. I'm trying to get him back now. I'm trying to get him back. Please don't ready up. Please don't
Try
ready
and
up.
get him back. Hopefully,
What's his
we
name?
can get PWR Shadow.
PWR Shadow what?
It should be in your recent Met list.
Oh, come on.
Shadow's had no problems at all. If Shadow's car is not on the grid for the start, we are
restart.
restarting the lobby because we're not because that was a bit horrible. Because if he had really bad connection going through all the qualifying, then I would say
hard luck, but
hard luck. But he has had fine connection throughout all
and
the
it says
qualifying.
it does say.
And if it's because of this,
it does say on the rule book
if
if someone disconnects during the transition from qualifying to the race, to formation lap, then it's a restart.
if this car is not on the grid when we on the formation lap, where you won't even need to do your post office sort of formation lap because we will. I think it'll be unanimous decision. If he's not back, we're calling a restart.
Yeah, that's fine. If his car's not there, you mean? Yeah,
Right.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Right.
if his car's not on
Very
the grid,
quickly,
we'll be calling it.
From saying just wet because of the easy pair. Vettel says, excuse me, element. Marco says, I'm just gonna relax turn one. I have everything to gain, nothing to lose. Well, please don't be so aggressive going into turn one. Yeah, so good luck everyone. Hopefully, please be your car there. Please let your car be there.
No, there's no Williams. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it. An agreed decision between myself and Element Snow. We are calling a lobby restart because PWR Shadow had lagged out in the transition period when he's had fine connection through the entire qualifying. So it has been decided.
Yeah, that's fine. Right, I'm going to put it on division.
Oh, what's he said?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
restart.
we're calling a restart because obviously it's unfair if he misses out. Oh, we noticed. So
I'll put it on the
we'll
district.
reform the grid. So ladies and gentlemen, to help with them reforming the grid for the start, we will be pausing. Well, we'll be taking a break from the stream for just a moment. Will be a 5-minute pause, 10 minutes maximum. Hopefully, not that quick. As we are calling a restart for the race. So please bear with us. We'll be back momentarily, and I'd like to say thank you very much for your patience, and we will see you very soon.
Yeah, 5 minutes, literally.